It's because if you look on the daily chart, first off, it's still an ugly chart. You can't
Right.
get uglier.
But
But
today was an attempt.
back-to-back days of above average volume, green
Right.
candles when there's been some weakness and growth. I think this is one of those names that in this transitory, like people are selling the winners and going towards the laggards, high quality. I think
Yeah.
Unity is one of those names, and it's catching a bid. Like I think it won't
Oh,
take much for this name to go in the mid 20s. Just one good news catalyst, and the FUD can't get any worse for Unity, so it won't take much, and it needs some pricing recovery for sure. But I added 30% last week in the 15 range. I think this is my most speculative position in my portfolio. I am more than Jumia almost back then because Jumia was so cheap, under $3. Where Unity, it won't take much for it to get to $10 because the cheap can always get cheaper. But back-to-back days of above average volume on weakness in that growth sector, like I love that. So let's see if it catches a bid, but it needs to go. It needs to be above $20 for me to be okay. We have a
oh,
near term bottom.
agreed. But I will say, look at how well it's respected this 200-day on the hourly. When it trades above, it gets love to the upside. And then since January of this year, we have just bumped our head against it nonstop. This is the first real opportunity, I think, to break it here. And if that does happen, I think it's an easy move to 25. I mean, you're looking at $10 a share, you're looking at a pretty significant move. 60, 70%, even in the short term, should this catch a decent bid. So I like it. And I
And
think,
this isn't a shit go. That's the crazy thing. We're talking about like a was a 60% move in weeks, maybe. Like usually that kind of narrative is associated with shit companies. This isn't one. This is a high quality company that was just mismanaged. So like it's very rare you get those like a combination of like, whoa, that high the upside's pretty wild, and it's actual real company that has a real future. That's why I added. I was like, ooh, juicy. But again, I'm sticking my neck out in this name. I could look like a schmuck or a genius. We'll find out soon.